is coming a day when no heartache shall come, no more clouds in the sky, no more tears to dim the eye. All is peace forevermore on that happy golden shore. What a day, glorious day that will be. What a day that will be when my Jesus I shall see, and I look upon His face, the one who saved me by His grace. When He takes me by the hand and leads me through the promised land. What a day, glorious day that will be. All right, what a day that will be. That song's a little bit high for me. I just got back from our nursing home ministry, and I did that song for senior saints in the key of F. And in a few moments, I'm going to show you the chords for that. So if you have a voice like mine, or if you're using your guitar to lead congregational singing in a nursing home ministry or in a senior saints ministry, you'll be interested in those chords. So what a day that will be. One of my favorite hymns, I think an all-time favorite for many. Here's the basic rundown on what you're looking at. If you're following this channel, you have already gotten an old hymn book from your church, used a pencil to write in the chords for these hymns. And I do recommend a pencil because you'll probably change your mind on the chord progressions from time to time. So you can erase it that way and make changes. So here's some of the information about the symbols that you see on your page. Please take the time to learn this. This isn't too hard for anybody to be able to pick up this information. You have up at the top left-hand corner of your page, you'll have a treble clef, and that's the staff that the guitarists use. And beside the treble clef, you have the key signature. There are 4 flats. Those are flat symbols. For the key of A flat, you could just memorize simply that there are 4 flats. Or, here's a trick. You go to the last flat symbol, all the way to the right, and go back 1. And whatever that's on, if it's on a space or a line, whatever that's on, that's your key. So we go to the last one, we go back 1. It's on the second space up. The second space up is A. F-A-C-E is how you remember the spaces. The second space up is A. It's a flat symbol. It's A flat. That's the key of A flat. The key signature tells us what to do with our left hand. So we're going to use the G chord and put our capo on the 1st fret, and that will give you the key of A flat. I was just singing without the capo, so I was in the key of G, and that's still a little bit high for me. But in a congregational setting, then you can belt it out, and you got other people singing along with you anyhow. So it's not a performance, it's a ministry to the church, and you're singing to one another, and you're singing to the Lord. So here you have the time signature, 3/4 time. The only thing that you're interested in as a guitar player and as a singer is the top number. That's 3. So that tells you that there's 3 counts per measure. Just memorize that phrase. Memorize 3 counts per measure. That tells us what to do with our right hand. That gives us our strumming pattern. So we got our strumming pattern right up here. And basically, you could just think of it 3/4, 3 counts per measure, 1, 2, 3, and then you just repeat. We put the and in between the counts. So it's 1 and 2 and 3 and. There is coming a day when no heartache shall. It just keeps on repeating. It's a waltz feel. You could just basically do down, up, down, up, down, up. If you watch any of the Gaither music, I call this the Gaither strum. It's just always, if you ever watch the guitar player, he just does this the whole time. Just down, up, down, up. and he's playing along with a drummer and a bassist and the keyboards and stuff. But it's always just down, up, down, up, down, up. So I call that the Gaither strum. But if you add in a bass up, down, up, like this, it gives you a little bit more definition to your playing, and it adds a bass line into there. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and. So now I'm going to go through the second verse, and I'll go through the first verse and call out the chords. So you can write the chords in your hymn book. You just write the chord up above the word or the syllable, and that way you'll have it in there and you can follow that as you're leading others in congregational singing. There is coming. On a come, there is coming a day, G, just like that. Put G up above there. That's your home chord. You need to know all the chords in the G family. So G, C, and D, or D7 and G for this song. And for an introduction, you don't have to do that, and that's not real fancy. I'm not really much of a flat picker, and real flat pickers are laughing at me right now. But you don't have to do anything that fancy. You could just start out with a D7 chord. What a day, glorious day, G, D7, G, like that. You could just that simple. Usually introductions involve you go to the end of the song and you play the last 2 or 3 measures, and that's the introduction. And just stop like that and then just start singing. Or you could just go like this. All right, let's sing. There is come, and they'll come right in with you. There is coming a day when no heartache shall come. And then D7, no more clouds, D7 over clouds in the sky, no more, back to G, tears. G over the word tears, tears to dim the eye. All is peace. C over the word peace, peace forevermore. On that, and then G, happy. So G over hap, happy golden shore. What a, and then D7 over day, day, glorious. Now for that next one, you would think you'd stay on D7, but you don't. Glorious on the next day, day, back to G. I promise you. And then D7 on that will, and then back to G. B. So what a day, D7, glorious, G, day, D7, that will be. I feel like you're not convinced. So the reason why, what a day, glorious day. That word, that note right there is B. B is in the key of G. B is one of the notes that makes up the G chord. So that's why the second day is G. Day. And then that will, that's A, and that's in the D7 chord. So that's why that's so. And then on the chorus, you go to the C chord. What a day that will be when my Jesus, G chord, Jesus I shall see. And I look, D7, look upon his face, the one who's, G chord, saved me by his grace. When he takes, C chord, me by the hand and leads me, G, through the promised land. D7, what a day, glorious. Now to the G chord, day, D7, that will, and then G, B. I didn't turn off my volume here on my phone and silence it. Pardon me for that. All right. Okay. Now, that's pretty simple on this song. I'm going to give you the chords in case you're singing for senior saints, or if your voice is like mine. The F bar chord. Now, you need to learn bar chords if you don't know them. And the bar chord is very handy to have, and it's basically like an E chord. If you play an E chord, but play it with these fingers instead of, don't use your first finger, play it with your other fingers. So it'd be middle finger on the 3rd string, 1st fret, ring finger on the 5th string, 2nd fret, pinky finger on the 4th string, 2nd fret, and play it like that. And now move that up, that shape, move it up 1 fret, and then put your index finger down. Now, don't grab onto this like you're grabbing a hold of a baseball bat or something like that. Grab onto it and don't push too hard, only push as hard as what you need to. And that first finger, it doesn't have to push down all 6 strings. You kind of curl your first finger a little bit, and you're really only using the tip of your finger and down here. You're pushing on like this 2 small strings down here and the big fat string up there. And so your other fingers, they're covering the other strings. So try bending your finger and don't push as hard. Your wrist should not be hurting when you do this. You shouldn't be feeling pain. And don't do too much of this at one time. But that's the F chord. There is calm. Let's do the second verse. There'll be no sorrow there, no more burdens to bear. Much more comfortable. No more C7, sickness, no pain. No more F parting over there. B flat. That's up. Bring this shape for the F chord. Bring that shape up here to the 6th fret. All is and forever I will be with the, back to F, one who died for me. C7. What a day. Back to the F. Glorious day. C7. Back to G to F. That will be. What a day that will be when my Jesus I shall see, and I look upon his face, the one who saved me by his grace. When he takes me by the hand and leads me through the promised land. What a day, glorious day that will be. And if you're using the F chord, you just go. All right, let's sing. There is coming a day when no heartache shall come. All right, I hope that helps you. It's a great song. You can really get into it with folks. And it's a great comfort to people that are longing for heaven. And the more of your family and friends that are in heaven, the more you long for heaven. The more trials that you go through with physical sickness and pain, the more that you look forward to heaven. And those words, there will be no sorrow there, no more burdens to bear, no more sickness, no pain, no more parting over there, the more that those start to mean to you. So as I look out at a crowd there in a nursing home, I see people in wheelchairs, I see people on walkers, people are lonely, loved ones have gone on before them, and this song can be a great comfort. So I hope you'll use this to minister to someone where you are, and pardon the camera and all that kind of stuff. Try to improve on this as I do this. All right, God bless you.